You look at the courts, you look at the judges, and you realize the scales of justice in this country have completely snapped. Two verdicts came down and they expose a system so completely soft, so detached from the horror on our streets, it makes your stomach turn. Up in Chester, a highly obsessive, deceitful monster named Asad Hussain spends months running a fake dating profile, posing as his ex-girlfriend. He lures 35 strange men to her house, fabricating a horrific rape fantasy, telling them to force entry if she refuses. The police call it one of the most disturbing cases they've ever seen. The judge gives him 8 years for inciting mass sexual violence on an innocent mother. And down in the West Country, a female officer named Alice Beer is dealing with a man trying to throw her entirely over a first-floor balcony. He almost takes her life right there on the concrete edge. He gets 10. The worst possible crimes, the most terrifying violence, and they hand out sentences like they're dealing with minor shoplifting. Why are our laws so weak? Why does the system protect the predator, while the victims inherit the life sentence of fear? Let's look at the true report. Yeah. Asad Hussain sat in the shadows of the screen, devising the most twisted plot the court has ever seen. Operating under aliases, hiding from the light, creating a fake profile to destroy a woman's night. 35 strange men lured right up to a door, told to ignore the screaming, told to force her to the floor, and incitement to mass violation, a terror in the dark, leaving an entire family with a permanent mental mark. And the judge stands up in robes with the gavel in his hand and gives him 8 miserable years in the safety of the land. She's left wondering forever how many men still have a street, while the system lets the monster off with a tiny rap on feet. Down in the West Country, a separate public test, a female officer just doing the duty with the best. Alice Beer is on the balcony wrestling for a breath, struggling with the violent man who's trying to cause her death. He grabs her by the uniform, he tries to heave her clear, to drop her 20 feet below onto the concrete pier. A narrow escape from a coffin in the ground, and a 10-year stretch is the maximum they found. If you can try to kill a cop or try to take a lifeline's breath, and the courts won't even lock you up until your natural death. And the signal to the street is loud and completely clear. The law has lost its teeth and there's nothing left to fear. All the scales are completely broken and the sentences are weak. There's no protection for the vulnerable or justice for the meek. They let the predators walk early while the victims bear the scars. Look at the terrible joke behind our legislative bar. Why are the politicians silent when the sentencing is light? Why do they double down on rehabilitation style fight? You can't rehabilitate a monster who incites a house assault, to treat a calculated murder attempt like a simple fault. The public confidence is dying, the belief is completely gone, while the crown courts keep letting this absolute madness carry on. We've turned our justice system into a luxury welfare space, where the rights of the offender take the primary leading place. They worry about prison capacity and filling up the block, so they let the violent criminals out early on the clock. I look at the communities, I see the quiet dread, knowing that the law won't shield the innocent head. A lifetime of trauma for the woman in her home, left to check the locks every time she's left alone. While the suits in Westminster talk about the legal reform, ordinary people are left to survive inside the storm. We need a hard line, we need the maximum time served, to give these violent criminals the exact fate they've deserved. 8 years for a nightmare, 10 years for a drop. When is this soft institutional weakness gonna stop? Lock them away forever, protect the frontline team, stop treating our security like will fall. We're demanding real justice for the sake of us all.